Alright, hello, my wonderful students. This is part number 2 of Foldable number 3 for 6.1, dividing and simplifying radical expressions. So the first one we got here is the cube root of 18y squared divided by the cube root of 12y. First things first, we're going to go ahead and see this is the same index. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite this. Because it is in the same index of cubed, we're going to write this under the same radical. Okay, that being said, now we know that 18 is actually can be divided, doesn't divide neatly, but we can reduce this by dividing the top by 8, it's in red, so divide this by, not 8, sorry, divide by 6 and divide the bottom by 6 as well. Doing that, we can reduce this, making it the cube root, change to blue, of 18 divided by 6 would give us 3, and 12 divided by 6 would give us 2. And this is still going to be a y squared and a y. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite this over here now. So we're going to go like this, right over here. We have the cube root of, now we can go ahead and do the y. So we have 3 over 2 y to the second power minus 1 for the y to the second power minus the y to the 1 power, because remember we can subtract, and this ends up equaling 3y over 2 cube rooted. Because remember, we can't really take any of these out because none of them have pairs or anything. Alright, next one. Sorry for tilting that. I don't know why, but today's hard to write on my desk. Alright, so we have the square root of 54 x to the 5th power y to the 3rd power divided by the square root of x 2x squared y. Alright, so for this one, once again, we can check. These are both of the same index. They're both of the square roots. So we can go ahead and rewrite this under the same square root. We have 54x to the 5th y cubed divided by 2x squared y. First things first, we're going to go ahead and just divide the 54 by 2, and we're going to do that over here. So we have this here. We have 54 divided by 2 is actually 25, 26, 27. And then we're going to do our x to the 5th power minus 2, and then our y to the 3rd power minus 1. So the invisible 1 there. So this ends up being 27, the square root of 27x to the 3rd, y to the 2nd power. Okay? 27 can be rewritten as 9 times 3, and then 9 can be written as 3 times 3. So we know this is, we have a pair here, so this can be rewritten as a square root of 3 squared times 3, and x squared, x cubed can be rewritten as x squared times x. So we're going to go ahead and write x squared times x, and we just have our y squared there as well. So this is going to equal This is going to equal the square root of 3 squared times x squared times y squared times the square root of 3 and x. It's left over, 3 and x. So these are going to come out as 3xy, and this is going to stay square root of 3x with our final answer there. All right, last two are by far same difficulty, I would say, but we have slightly different than what we're used to. Same index still, they're still square root, but this time, let's do that first though before I explain. We have 2x in parentheses squared divided by 5y in parentheses to the 4th power. So because of this here, parentheses, we're not really going to worry about what's inside. We're going to worry about this. So we know this can come out, and we know this is close to come out. If you have, let's say, for example, x to the 4th power, we know this can come out as x squared and x squared. This one, we don't have that. We actually have a 5y to the 4th power. So just like we'd substitute this, this would come out as 5y squared times 5y squared. All we did is substitute the x for 5y for each of these, and we get x squared, 5y squared, x squared, 5y squared. So now I know this, I can rewrite this as, did in blue, I can rewrite this as, still denominator equation, we have 2x squared, that's already squared, so we don't have to worry about changing that because that's already going to come out. And then we have this one, instead of writing 5y to the 4th, we can write 5y squared times 5y squared. And now everything's squared, so we can pull everything out. So this will turn into square root of 2x is 2x, or square root of 2x squared is 2x, divided by the square root of 5y x squared times the square root of 5y squared. So this ends up being 2x divided by 25y squared. Fun problem. We'll admit, was a fun problem. Alright, last but not least, we have our wonderful cube root of 4x squared divided by the cube root of x. So for this one, they both have cube roots, so we know we can rewrite this. Let's do this one in whatever color it's chosen. Can't really tell. Oh, it's black. So it ends up being 4x squared divided by x. This one's actually kind of easy, so we're going to change colors. It's going to be equal to the cube root of 4x squared minus 1, since this is the index 1. And this ends up being, this can't be reduced, and when we get out just x by itself, it's not going to be able to come out either. So the simplified form of this one is just going to be the cube root of 4x.